matchup like Tom Kent, since both of them would be decent, but this is the more logical pick, which is very kind of lane counter pick and split push dependent, whereas TSM is necessarily had the best teamwork, because when you have these counter pick scenarios, you can be likely to pull ahead in the early game, since you've got the choice of all your matchups. Window, since there's a small gap in vision where they can dive.
Three-man dive being prepped. Haunter ready with a flash and the ultimate, but Echo already going to line it up. That should be a kill. Haunter flashed out of the stun, but it's all too late. No, maybe not. Go to the Colossus. He's going to keep him alive for a little while longer, but there's first blood over to Lupa.
Yeah, there we go. Basically, Akaden pulled ahead in the Sightstone game. He has the Sightstone, Svenskeren doesn't. Instead, he's opting for the Rift Herald, so now you have to factor in, okay, they gave up the extra 300 gold from Turret first kill out of Rek'Sai. You don't want to neutralize the early game, you want to dominate the early game, but this has kept TSM from being able to make plays. Now they're trying to push down this mid lane.
Yeah, here's the full man stack. Oh, arrow lands in front, and he's going to evaporate Svenskeren. Lands the execute. Now Turret still under siege. Acadian trying to wrap back around, but they've got no cooldowns left to play with. Turret's going to fall. Haunter tries something to play and misses onto the Rek'Sai, but still, that Syndrome looks like they might be collapsing for a fight. Arrow is going to miss, I believe. Was looking for Keith, but didn't find it. Now Keith's going to get strung down by Haunter. Does flash out of the way, but a great ultimate's going to secure the kill. Keith blew everything so early.
Fox was funneling down with 3 people in the jungle and 2 people in the mid lane, and TSM has made a call to one side.
Kick. There's another great one from Svenskeren. Straight into the arms of Haunter for the extra CC. Look at him. Is this turret also under fire? Fox is not in the right position to try and capitalize. Long flank TP in though. Oh, Gate for the play. Knocked it off, but a good devour there from Bifrost. He's going to keep double if safe. The turret still falls though.
TSM didn't see Renection TP in, but they see him now. Let's see if Haunter now channels his teleport right away.
There's Haunter. Bjergsen though off to the side flank as Lupa runs through the team. He gets exhausted. Double is still outputting damage as Gate. Who's doing the play? Point blank arrow stuns up Gate. Haunter with a double belly bump to stun up to Arcadian. Still trying to fight, but he goes down on the other side. Double kill to Svenskeren. TSM wipe the floor with Echo Fox.
And Mountain Drake makes it easier. They're taking full control of this game.
Baron is gone under 21.5 minutes.
Teleported in here. They're down so much. Baron's still running on TSM.
Kind of maneuver them into this late game. It almost feels like the game is saying, hey, you know what? You got this last inhibitor turret. Double authority on it. Does take turret aggro though.
Triple stun. Yeah. Oh, not even a Baron buff, but they're trying to go for something.
Yeah, Haunter trying to play. Looks for Keith. Does get the knockup, but he's tanking the turret at this point. His Gate is going to land the knockup. Lupa with the chain stun. Haunter walking out of there. There's the ultimate committed. Froggen gets out with his own Chrono Breaker. There's Acadian stunned in the top side. Big Feather Storm in. Might be enough to save the game. The knockup is there. Acadian does get the kill onto Haunter, but Sven low in the front line as the stuns just keep coming. TSM too far ahead, too tanky in the front line. Although Echo Fox keep living.
Yeah, they definitely lost this fight. They could get aced if Lupa cleans him up here.
But with the wraparound, Bjergsen is the target. Does scatter the weak away, but he's going down. Carries. Now dead for TSM, and TSM just have to recover. Froggen is going to TP back in to try and clean up the
home guards.
Kills. Just Bio and Sven left, but I'll keep wandering out of the way. Lupa, no minions to really go to. TSM going to start to split up as Froggen should be able to chase this down. Blastcone could save him. Bifrost trying to book it. Sven's already out. There's Bifrost with the ultimate of Froggen. Can't interrupt it.
Cheeky. One more time, double TPs are down, and TSM is trying to get this turret. But Echo Fox will want to initiate. There's the quickness.
Gate again needs to devour. Does get double lift out of the way. But Lupa looking for another big flank. Still kiting it out. Lupa into the backline. Does get knocked up. He needs to get blown up, but Lupa's still living through the onslaught. Even lives through Syndrome. This kid gets another Featherstone that pulls Svenskeren back, but double lift takes down the Rek'Sai, and Echo Fox now on the run. Froggen might make a big play with the ultimate, but they have to keep running forward. Gate battle dances out to Keith, then to Froggen to make sure he gets out of the way. 5v4 feels rough. Echo Fox only losing their front line, but that was enough.
Yeah, where was that arrow going from double lift? You could see he had an idea for it, but he shoots it low. You can see the Renekton and Rek'Sai is just not the power of frontline that they need to shred through this, as TSM has a little bit careful here, actually. Bjergsen doing a good job zoning them. They get Froggen's ultimate, it's over.
All right, well, Froggen out. Baron goes over, and scooped up by Bifrost once more. TSM are going to make sure they take down that last hit, get all the super spawning again. Ooh, a stun actually into Gators. Tries to go for the initiation on the Bjergsen. Charm lands in onto Sven. Sven going to try and get zoned as Lupa looks for the backline, but double is just outputting damage again. Rek'Sai dives into the front, but gets exhausted. Froggen still trying to take down Bjergsen, but he's going to have to ulti out with Syndra unleashing the power. Now the Nexus turret's going down. 2 dead already for Echo Fox on the right-hand side of the play, and that's going to make it through. The Nexus now exposed. TSM just too far ahead. They're going to take game 1 over Echo Fox.
Another great Lee Sin performance by Svenskeren as well. 5 games in a row on Lee Sin and 5 wins for the Rakan right there to have anything comboing with it. And a lot of squishiness right there. And because it it up, now doing a 1-3-1 with an Ash Insurance.
Kind of fun. We'll have to see exactly how it shakes out for TSM, but
if you're looking at the Echo Fox team composition, a lack of hard CC, pretty much just coming in from the Rakan as far as things that will actually be able to reach off, because this is really quick, and Haunter will not expect this.
No, Haunter only level 2 as well. Lupo with plenty of damage. He already sliced in. Acadian is going to get the knock-up happening. Haunter's just trying to buy time. He flashes forward. Acadian follows. Takes some turret damage, but Lupo needs to keep burning him down. First blood looking good. Going over. There it is for Lupo. Barely lives as he flushes away from the caster creeps.
Really confused at the delay on the knock-up there.
Go for the revisit. Hasn't even backed yet, and Haunter looking for a ward, but
maybe doesn't have flash.
Good sense there from Haunter, I think. Zeolin coming down the bottom side. Keith already low. He's been ignited there by Bifrost. Double is flashing forward aggressively. Looking to get the last few autos. Does land as the heal comes out, and Gate now under fire. Played back by Bifrost. He just needs to line up one more hook, but the flash from Gate will keep him safe.
Oh my.
Yeah, and they know it too. Hook attempt does land. Arrow lands in as well. The play's going to combo Ignite back in there. And now Keith goes down. Bifrost with a great kill.
Yeah, this lane is turning into a disaster. And this is the type of game that may get double if some of his confidence back that he says he's been lacking.
By the looks of things, Ignite ready. Haunter pretty low on health.
Yeah, this is actually most likely a dead Haunter. They can put a lot at him here.
Haunter also ready. Gate looks for the knockup, but does combo it late. Good ultimate there from Looper as Acadian jumps into the fray. Haunter down.
Dislike when Cloud Drake is the first one to spawn. Not because I don't like Cloud Drake, but because it does so much damage to you. It's really have been so much better about making plays, and in this composition, have way more tools to make plays.
This is the problem. Good flash play from Bifrost. Hook! He's going to connect on the back end. Cleanse the Froggen, and the flash gets out from under the Ash Arrow. Nimble moves as Acadian tries to make the trade back and forth. Gate with the knock-up after the charm, but not enough to get the kill despite the Ignite. Now Haunter in the backline, just ripping through Acadian. Might almost be enough as Bjergsen looks to rip walk down. There's the kill that TSM were looking for.
Deathfire Touch does get double lift on the back of the fight, though, as they couldn't quite finish off Froggen. It ended up being a 4v5.
There's a lot of investment still to come as Froggen going to clear this mid lane out. Bifrost again, another great hook predicting. Does get boxed back in. Sven with a good ultimate is going to actually burn Froggen down with the Ignite. The Charm does land in, but Bio barely lives as they dive the turret. Gate also somehow alive as he actually did end up getting the kill, but Bjergsen going to rip walk King and try and take down Gate, but Gate zipping around to try and get out of the way. Bjergsen now caught up, does get knocked up, has to keep rip walking, but running out of mana. Ace in the hole, going to make it a problem. There's the execute. Double ultis take down Bjergsen.
Great jukes by Gate. The Froggen won't be there because they're constantly trying to pressure these side waves. Rek'Sai going for it.
Flash knock up. Gets Bjergsen actually very low already. Ulti gonna get channeled. There's an execute. Acadian another kill.
Nice kill there by Echo Fox. Not enough boards for TSM to make that play.
As well. Oh, the charm lands in after the flash from Jet. Great shot back from Froggen.
That's what we were talking about, pastry time. TSM was daring Echo Fox to make that play.
Pushing again.
Yeah, and you just wonder when they're gonna make any collapses if that's their way of winning. Double is getting targeted once again.
Another catch, Lantern. No, not even close. Gets put into the bouncy castle and taken down by Froggen.
That is less likely to happen, but Bjergsen was split pushing without pressure there while the rest of his team wasn't backing off, and now the pick continues.
Another catch on the Bifrost. Rek'Sai also going to get channeled. Not quite enough for the execute, but the bite will secure it now. Bjergsen actually running a little too far forward for the flank. Now it's the rip walk out.
Ult is up, and it's a 3v5. Bjergsen's also having to teleport back to the base, so TSM desperately trying to stop this one, but it's going to be real hard.
TP in from Bjerg though. Good flank angle, but Haunter may be caught up. Does turn the ulti as Bjergsen just trying to dish some damage out. Flash over from Haunter might keep him safe, and Echo Fox don't chase.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised Echo Fox actually even peeled off for that kill instead of just focusing. Rek'Sai would be able to see them with Tremor Sense if he goes close, but he's not going close enough to check.
Instincts might cost him here. Now they know. Oh, there's the instant TP from Echo Fox. Froggen going to ulti into the pit, but that's not really going to cut anyone off. They need to just go for a steal here, I think. Ultimate from Luke is really nice. Oh no! Fail flashes! It's been scared! Gets the Baron and flashes out to safety. Acadian is going to get the tag and go for the execute. He gets hooked. No, that doesn't work. The stun does land after, but Acadian's going to live. Double lift getting shots blocked in as Bifrost forced to play one back. Ignite down on Acadian. Might be enough for the kill. The Ignite burning him down, but a shield is going to save him. Bifrost just buying time. Not going to live through the onslaught as Froggen gets the kill, but Baron over to TSM's disaster.
Yeah, so Acadian sneaks in around the backside, and there's no ward from Svenskeren, but he did catch him with the sweeper. His ultimate misses entirely, and then Acadian fail flashes. He is able to secure it with his smite, and then it is just everyone bailing out. So at this point, TSM pretty much just has to run in. Acadian realizes he made an oopsie there, flashing. You do zoom
Yes.
around with it, but that's about it here.
It
so
looks
really hoping to find a flank, and they're actually turning it into a bit of a team fight right here. 5v5 in the mid lane.
It's going to have to force Haunter with a big flank. Looking for Keith. Gets a stun in onto Looper. Hook lands in as well. He's going to go down instantly as Double Lift claims that kill. Now Gate under fire as he has to run out of way, but Svenskeren with a flash body slam to get the execute. And now the rest of the team moving forward. Bjergsen running down into riff walks for so much extra damage. Don't know he's going to get popped. Froggen looks to line up the next Q, but the rest of the team's there to defend.
Remember when we talked about late game Kassadin in the draft phase and how they wouldn't be able to stop him from rift walking? That's what happened.
Popping back out, but he gets stunned over as the shutdown comes through for Bjergsen, and TSM getting too many kills. They're going to take the turret down in mid.
Yeah, and unless Froggen can get a bunch of damage to clean the minion wave right here, there's a chance TSM can end. These death timers are actually pretty long.
Got a lot of damage too. Let's bring Kassadin's going to take chunks out of the turret. Need a few more minions. That's one turret down. TSM will exit the base. With a
Bucks team, and there was no escape once they started losing that fight. We'll have to figure out what this pause is for.
Well, we do have a pause. I believe it was Bjergsen.
FTP and was just shown to the bottom side, which is why Xbox is going to start this. A little bit of desperation. Haunter is zooming up that
Three Cloud Drakes, baby, getting there ASAP.
Fast.
And now Bjergsen actually with the flank. Echo Fox could be a bit too desperate. Bjergsen onto Froggen gets the Banshees off, but the fight is going to start. Charm lands in as Firefrost trying to tank it all up. Keith in the backline just getting taken down, and he falls. But Looper does take down Bio. Arrow lands as Froggen is going to be the next target for Bjergsen. Just rip walk all over it. Looper pops his zones, but Acadian bleeding low as Haunter with the Stone Blades taking all the damage up. Double It is not going to get burnt down this time around. And that's 4 dead. Going to make it 5 soon as Bjergsen, he's out of mana, wants to chase down Gate.
We just need to get a W off.
Oh, Boss Cone going to make it problematic. Gate zipping out with the W. Tanking a few minions, but Bjergsen, he wants blood. He's going to chase him down. Riftwalk might have reset the mana cost. There it is. Last Q goes, and there's the ace for TSM. It's Sven going to end the game.
Not outrunning the triple Cloud Drake once he gets out of combat right there, but the game is done. TSM Pushman to take down the Nexus.
Nexus exposed, and that's going to be yet another sweep. Double Imp going to take down the last remaining minions, pad the stats as best he can as TSM stand strong and celebrate another clean weekend.
Yeah, this is probably the sloppiest game they've played all week, but they still won in 35 minutes. So the 4-0, I think in back-to-back weeks for TSM means they are to the late game and carry the game.
It was one of those things as the players will exchange handshakes. Echo Fox, a tough loss actually going to push them further down to that negative win ratio. Not a good time. They started 3-4 to begin the day, now 3-5. TSM pushing up there in the standings, and they and the fans will be happy to exchange some high fives. I have to say, does it matter that they kind of had to team fight to win that game? I mean, they did pick for the 1-3-1. Yes, you can team fight with the Kassadin. It was